Hi there, I'm Dominic Payatis with Martial Arts Unleashed, here with one championship Muay Thai and kickboxing star Anne Line Hogstad. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I am doing fantastic, and I just wanted to say congrats on beating Gali. Was that last week?
Yes, it was.
How,
Thank
how
you.
much? How does it feel to be back in the ring?
Oh, it was so good to be back. It's been a long time. The last time was with Janet Todd. So finally, it was good to be out there again.
And it must have felt good to be able to cap that off with a win as well, not just be able to fight again.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Getting the hand raised in the air is the best feeling ever.
Mm. Uh, and with that fight, was that over in Norway or was that how did that come about?
No, that was in Sweden. So we had to go over the line but it's not far. It's just 3 hours away.
So I wanted to start off and kind of talk about your early career in martial arts and kind of hearing your journey to it. I know that you first had a foundation in gymnastics. So kind of tell me about that transition from gymnastics into the martial arts world.
Well, gymnastics, I loved to do it for a very long time, but then you get a little, it's like tired of it. So I was trying different things. I tried like belly dancing with my mom, and I tried figure skating. I tried a little bit different, and then we come over parkour, and like they got some kicks and some funny jumps and stuff. And then to be a little bit better in parkour, I also tried to sports jiu-jitsu with my brother. And then we think it was fun, and like we jumped around and we got the first belt and we were so proud. And I just continued and started competing a little bit. Not very good. It's just like a semi-contact. You don't punch in the face. So it's a very friendly sport. So I don't remember how many years I did it for, but it was fun. I got away all up to the blue belt.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it was just 2 belts more, and then I would become a black belt. But Muay Thai got me.
And I saw that you had first competed in a reality TV show for MMA over in Norway, and then there was your introduction to Muay Thai. So kind of talk about how it was fighting MMA and then falling in love with Muay Thai right after that.
Well, since I was doing sports jiu-jitsu when I signed up for this TV show, I only think that I came through this show because I was big-mouthed. I didn't have any skills like the other girls that I was supposed to meet, and they were tough. They trained hard. So when we went to Bangkok, where they played in this TV show, I lost the second fight to Muay Thai fighter. So I was the second fight out, but like not the first. It was my first fight. So I lost, and I felt really horrible, actually. Like, you know, when you really think you did a good job, and also I remember I was a bit scared because it was MMA. For me, it was just brutal sport coming from this nice sports jiu-jitsu. But I learned that the way the big athletes train, they train a lot. And when you train a lot, you can become whatever if you just put the time and your effort into it. So I learned that if you train hard, you can like come as far as you want.
And kind of talk about those nerves when you first signed up for it. What did it take to be able to kind of will up the courage to step into a ring and fight?
Well, that's a good question. I get nervous every time, but but I don't know. Sometimes you just go and you do, and of course you have like the sentence and in like we call it like the demons in your head that's going to tell you, oh, you can't do it, you can't do it. You just need to push them out with some positive words, or I have like I need every clothes to be ready. Everything needs to be like done, and the hair and like my Moon Kong, I can only carry it, and you got like different things that okay, if I do this, it will go okay.
So like almost like a tradition or a routine before going to a fight.
Yeah, but in Bangkok during my first MMA fight, I didn't have anything routines, or I was totally rookie and meeting some of like Norway's best. And I also Fatima Pinto was joining, and she was world champion in Muay Thai. So, but I didn't meet her. So I didn't have any, but just remember I was really nervous. And when the bell like kicked off, I was like happy to be done with the fight. And I was like shaking and oof, yeah. So, but I also learned really much, like go to training, train every day, drill your practice, and then it will be better by time.
So then going from that low of losing on the TV show to let's jump to winning your first title belt. What was that feeling then when you finally got to be the ISKA world champion and say that I'm the best at kickboxing or I'm the best at Muay Thai?
But that was super awesome. I had like from my first tournament belt, it was a 4-girl tournament here in Norway. And I remember John Wayne Parr had come to Norway to have a seminar. And I got to pose with him, and he's like one of my favorite fighter. And I remember during under that picture when I won my tournament belt, he signed like he wrote under like congrats and good job. And I was like, oh my God, John Wayne Parr writing under. And then like we train harder and we train harder, and the ISKA, that was a hard title, the first one, because it was 8 girls. And I remember that again, nervous. I was shaking between the rounds, and we got like it was many fights a day, and it was hard. So winning that one was super awesome, and also the first tournament belt. Those two are the one that I recall the best.
And kind of talk a little bit more about that inspiration from John Wayne Parr, fellow ONE superstar.
Yeah, now we're at the same stage. It's crazy. That's like I saved the pictures. I laugh at his Instagram jokes. It's crazy. I've been following him since that seminar, and I think it's 9 or 10 years ago he went to that seminar. Yeah. So that first tournament belt, I will never forget it. And it's just because John Wayne Park, because it was with helmet and shin pads and everything. So no, he's a big inspiration, really is.
So now fast forward and you're here at ONE Championship. And what was it like to see that contract come across your desk and get to fight on a global stage with them?
Scary. Really scary. I sat a long time just staring out the air and just happy, scared, and just like, shit, is this happening to me? You can't like even imagine how it is to get that contract. It's winning itself. But the first feeling was scared. There's some tough girls up there.
Oh yeah, no, I know the ONE Championship has a stacked division for both kickboxing and Muay Thai. So that must have felt really good when you made your debut and got the win over Alma Junkie.
Yeah, that was really, really like, again, an unexpressional feeling, but also that be able to come there to Manila, experience everything. Like they take such a good care of you as a fighter. Like you feel like a princess walking around there. And also like coming into the big stadium. I have never been to such big stadium. And I remember I enjoyed it. Like finally the star, Alma Junkie, is a superstar. And like I'm honored to that I can fight her. But also that the small gloves, oof, that's fun. That's new. I had never done it. And that was, yeah, like you feel like your hands are much faster and speedier. So no, I loved every second of it. And also me and Alma had a nice dinner at the backstage later. She's also a super nice girl.
It's great to hear. So you've kind of touched on this a little bit, but I'd like to hear you expand on kind of the feeling that you have of being a performer and getting to perform in a ring, not just fight.
Oh, yeah, it's a little bit difficult questions. I had like a good day with Alma. I had that, like feeling like you step on the good leg that morning. And of course, I was nervous. Her elbows are like they come fast, and I got one. And but I felt with that fight that I could take over round by round. So like if we had a fourth or fifth round, then I could like go more. And but and also that I felt later that, oh, you were a little bit slow in the first round, but I like to build up, and that's what I do. But when I'm in the ring, I usually just hear my coach. So everything around just closes, and it's just like you only see your opponent right in front of you. And I can't remember even that it was a crowd there. Not before, like I did see him when I walked out, but in the ring or the cage, you don't notice them at all. And then you go out again and you get applause. Then it's like, oh, it's humans here.
So how important for you as a fighter is it to have a really good team and coaches around you to build you up for these big time fights?
My coach is also my boyfriend. He's been traveling with me the last years. He's been with me for, I think we've been together for 9 or 10 years. I lost the count of years. But he's always there, and we've been to China, we've been to Thailand, we've been to Bangkok, and it's only been me and him. Now we have like a good gym, so we have more help. It's called Grip Gym, and I got a boxing coach. I got someone who's helping Daniel, my coach, boyfriend, with pads, and I have a strength coach. So now I feel like I'm really good packed. But in Norway, for the last couple of years, for the last years, full Muay Thai isn't been allowed. We're one of the few countries. So being able to like taking the Norwegian championship, it's with the helmet, and there's no knockouts in Norway. If you knock out, you lose. It's crazy. Yeah, it's only 2 or 3 countries in this world that have that rule, but they're starting to get that thing sorted out now, finally. So to like do this professional, I had to leave the country, and I had my boyfriend. I've been lucky enough that he's willing to put the time and the effort to join me on this trip. Otherwise, I don't think it would have been possible at all. And also to train. You can train normal, but like you need one who has done these A classes himself, so he knows, and he knows how hard it can be, and he knows how much I need to train.
I had no idea that Norway, it wasn't even allowed to do A-class Muay Thai like that.
No, they're starting to get that law better. The thing is, it takes such long time here in Norway, and we have something called a knockout committee, and it's full of brain surgeons. So, like, decide if you're going to be allowed to knock out or not to knock out. Everybody that goes in the ring understand the risk of it. So I think it will be better if it was up to us, but that's my point of view. But I really hope for the future that they will change this law.
So in your opinion, if they do get to change this law, how do you see that helping expand Muay Thai in Norway?
It will help that we can have more competitions here, because now also because of COVID, you probably have like 4 or 5 competitions here in Norway. So if you want to go more, you have to go over to Sweden or to Denmark or to Finland. And also that we have something called a D class. That's the first thing you go here in Norway, and it's with a vest and a helmet and shin pads and no elbows. And we have C class. There is like the vest is off. And B class, and there's like no knockout to the head at all. But in C and B, you can knock out to the body. I think if you like drop all of the stages, we can have like people won't be such afraid to go over to B and A, because I think all of this protection, especially the West, you look like you go in like this. You're very protected. But I think that could be for the kids and not for the adults. Like I think people won't be such afraid to do full Muay Thai, and then they will probably feel more lighter, and then it's easier because you don't have so much gear on you. So, and also for the future, that real Muay Thai doesn't have a vest or shin pads or elbow protection, or helmet. Of course, everybody needs to start somewhere.
So bouncing back over to one, I know the last time we saw you in the one stage, it unfortunately didn't go your way, but what are your thoughts now after facing Janet Todd and having that experience?
Well, the last fight was the opposite of the Alma fight. Yes, I said it was the opposite. I woke up on the really wrong leg. And also that Janet Todd, she's strong. She's an experienced fighter. She knows, she can read you. So, but also I felt that I didn't manage to do what my plan was. Sometimes you just like, it wasn't my day, and you don't have any, what can I say? You can't pinpoint it. And this time with Janet, it unfortunately was bad. So I hope that that I can have that experience one more time. And I learned a lot. I have seen some of her training videos, and my training coach also have seen some of her video. And it's just train as hard as your opponent and probably get a new shot one day.
So have you changed your approach to training since that fight, or are you kind of staying on the same path?
No, I definitely changed it. Been working all summer with my strength coach and my boyfriend, and also the new coach. And I feel like my boxing has become much better. I'm looking forward to put on the one gloves to try them on again. And just let my arms go. And also my strength training and my cardio training is different.
So I guess that leads perfectly into what's next for you on the one stage.
We don't know yet on the one stage what's next for me. I'm waiting. I'm hoping that I can fight the Lopez, the girl that fought Jackie Buta, and I hope also one day I will get a new match with Janet Todd. She's an experienced fighter, and she's a very good fighter. So I would love to like have a new shot one day.
I hope I get to see that too. I mean, it was a really good fight up until that third round. And like you said, if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, I'd like to see you on the right side of the bed.
Yes, me too. Also, that when you lose a fight, you learn so much. It's like when you go after a win, you're just like, yay, and back to your routines again. When you lose, you go back to the drawing board, you reschedule everything, you try new things, you watch your video 1,000 times to look for mistakes, and then it's like you go back and you get like so much more to work with. And I think that's a good thing also, that you can take something out from a fight and train to become the better Muay Thai fighter.
Love to hear that. That I know a lot of people say that losing sometimes means more than winning. So it's nice to hear that coming from you. So I'd love to hear, being that you joined Muay Thai and started really training and competing for Muay Thai a relatively later age in your early 20s, how did you see that it kind of changed your overall mindset or kind of changed the way you think once you started training seriously?
Well, that was also a very difficult and deep question. The thing is with me and Muay Thai, I just loved it so much. It became just like more and more of my life. Now, if I don't manage to train it, then my day is bad. And like for example, in sparring and stuff, the first time I did it, I think the big boys were scary. Now it's like, oh, yay, come and spar. But no, I love this sport so much. I like to go and train. I like to prepare like my cardio, my strength to be better at it. My mindset, I think when you have done it for so many years, it grows on you. So like it's a part of you. You can't see yourself without it, or like I'm a Muay Thai fighter. You present yourself like that. But my mindset, I like from now to 20, been growing a lot. I think I'm more calm. Like it's difficult to explain. It's just like you're calm, you're training, so you're tired when you get home. I love routines. Just like I love them. I love to make my food packages so I can have a better training because I need the right food. I don't love to get up in the morning and train, but I love the feeling after. I love the feeling after a really hard cardio session or a pad session with my boyfriend. So, and I also love to push the weights more because I can feel I get stronger. So, get like really, I don't know. I like to getting better at it, and I love Muay Thai very much. So I just love doing it. Yeah. I don't know, maybe.
No, that's perfect. And curious if you've had any like lessons you've learned along the way to this stage.
Yeah, I have had a real big one. This is many years, but I fought Amy Perney. She's like UK ranked #1, and she has an awesome style. I fought her, and I remember I thought that she was in weight class under me at that time, and I was like, yeah, weight class, she's probably light, but she got some really hard right kicks. And when you get like 40 of them at the same side, I remember after that fight, I went home and I did 1,000 right kicks during the week. And for the next fight, my right kick was so much better that I won on it. So that was one huge lesson. But I remember I thought that she was going to be like this little girl that's coming in, and I'm going to be so much stronger. And she like kicked. She kicked my side. I remember I was like not blue, but I'm purple.
You have brought up a lot during this talk, kind of the idea of scary and like being scared to jump into something. So you, as now a seasoned veteran in Muay Thai, what would you tell somebody who's scared to start Muay Thai or doesn't know where to start or how to jump into it?
Overcome your fear, always. Like even though you're scared, like just do it anyway. You will regret if you don't. It's better to be there and to not be there. It's better to try and to leave it. The people that try, I got the biggest respect for people that just like say to themselves, I don't manage, or like I'm too scared, I'm too bad, and they just go do. No matter the result, you did it. That's like the biggest thing. Just overcome your own fear. And even though if it's like a D class with a vest or a helmet, or if it is kickboxing or a boxing fight, like the feeling you have after when you have gone through it is the best feeling ever. And I think actually you can live on that a little bit. Just that feeling. It's just I overcome my fear to do it.
Beautiful. No, beautiful to hear. Well, that's all the time we've got for today. If you have any final thoughts, I'd love to hear them.
I hope I see the one people soon.
We hope to see you again soon too. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to speak with us. And I'm sure the people would love to hear and see you again soon.
Thank you. And thank you for having this interview with me. That was very nice.
Of course. Of course.
Thanks so much for watching. We spend a lot of time putting these videos together. So if you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And give this video a like and to share to anybody you think might like it. And if you have any thoughts or suggestions on the video, go ahead and leave a comment. We make sure to read them all. Thanks, and see you next time.